Thanks for coming.
It's always a pleasure.
Actually,
that's true.
I'm surprised, like,
yeah.
I go Kwame, say Kwame, Charlie, we do some interview. Charlie, but Adina, since I said Adina, we just all question. Now, how do you accept your ex? I didn't know accept your ex back.
I don't do.
What will convince you to take your ex back? Maybe I told her. Now, if you say, dear, the baby say, okay, let me give him a second chance.
If maybe what prove it to me, say, what's the sign? Like, if some people, sometimes you meet someone in a stage, like at a stage in their life, say, I feel no need. By the time I maybe I can see, say, nipa na mature naturally, like life has gone through them to the point where now they're grown to that point. And now almost a sign and things like that.
How can you tell?
I mean, you can tell when someone is changed, is grown. Like,
okay.
Maybe I'm Michelle now, you're 20 years. It's a way 30 baby. Like, life has changed you and like you're a different person.
Okay, let's say the religion was abusive one.
Oh,
let's say it was abusive one.
And they never mean to me. Me can and no nisaka.
Abusive. Okay, also abusive, physical.
It's too late. Whether it's physical or whether it's, as long as abuse woman they forget.
Okay, what if he was a lazy guy? Lazy. Or no neat, What's that? How do you know? Say I feel already power between. And you maybe
there's nothing you can do. People really can't change.
So I think.
And you're good idea.
So back.
Yeah, no.
Because some people may come back with agenda.
Exactly.
To come and hurt you more.
Exactly, because when you left, it was terrible for them.
Yeah, because some say man see giant by man adding.
Yes.
So before a woman will say no.
Yeah, not just say what dream want to say. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How do you also face your fear?
Hey, that's tough because I'm still trying to work my way into that. Like one of the things I'm really scared of is snakes. I don't think I will ever be able to meet a snake. Me bonfire that's a memory me mami the
only way to face your fear is to face it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm still working my way there. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know. But like obviously other things in life, like maybe obviously you're always afraid of losing. It's money there is easy to like go through because life dear. No matter what you do, you need to go through some things to like make you tough, make you strong. So those things that I can deal with it, but a snake no empty. I don't know if I can face it.
You can never be friends with snake.
Never. How? Even the Bible says we should not be friends with snake.
Hey, Bible can never be.
Me boy.
What do you actually? Also, the chapter 2.
Genesis, hold on, baby.
So you grew up with your mom?
Yes, I did.
So kind of a single parenting?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Has it affected you in a way?
I was thinking about this a few days ago. Say, is it possible, say, I got, like I have trauma from, going, like living with just my mom or having my mom raise me. Yeah. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know, maybe.
Unrealize it will effects on you, the way you see things, in relationship?
I mean, definitely no. I always wondered what having a father around would do for me or how it would impact like the way I see life. I mean, I always big up my mom because she tried to be the mom and the dad, but obviously she's not a man, so I me wonder. And I'm still trying to figure that out. Say, it affected me or my brabo mo and I say, affected me.
Science, you are yet to.
I'm sure say I will hold, but I need to like look at myself, and figure it out. Say, this is why I act in a certain way, because it was always survival mode in the house. She always made sure say what we needed we had, but I know say luxury name every man shada. Okay. But I never saw it like that way because this was
a father figure in your life.
Never.
Okay.
Never, because also she never tried to remarry or anything because she was keen on, like, she was worried, say, yeah, me destiny and idea, I made my barriers, or before from might not be able to help me, like, hone that. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, also
I'll say they be like trying to tell you what you need to do in your life. Because certain parents will say music there, you know.
Yeah.
But my mom always supported my talent. Oh yeah.
So who pushed you on? Is it a Kida Fest, right?
What's the word? And yeah, Kida Fest, Bakubi. Fun World.
Fun World, rather.
Yes.
Okay.
And mean. So for me, I've always sang, right?
Okay.
My mom would take me to rehearsals. She actually taught so she taught me like how to sing alto, tenor, and those things. Until who said many genium to she encouraged it. Until say rehearsals, she let me go. Until since I was little, I always had interest. Because school, I'm like if there's a program and things. So when the Fun World rehearsals came, there was actually a music teacher in my school who introduced us to the Fun World thing.
Right.
Until when that thing came up, and we had to be going for rehearsals at National Theatre, my mom would like make her chance to make a rehearsal. She would encourage it.
Right.
It's a honor, like Fun World ni Kida Fest ni National Theatre nyama buy.
She liked to sing or now autonomous
choir
or a chorus,
yes.
A chorister, right?
Yes.
Church where?
Methodist Church. All these kids.
I didn't look up Liberia.
So she owns it back in the day. Na Nkofo to Liberia. Yeah. And she was in a bad marriage, and she broke it off. And then she decided to like establish herself in what they call Liberia.
So she ran away from the fear.
I mean, she ended it, with the person, and then she went to Liberia to like find herself. Even then, it's not. Saturday, I wrote 3 boys to that. She took her baby, which was like the youngest boy, with her to Liberia to like start a new life. And then
no, cause she a fine man, you know.
Aye, for baby, I not just say. Also about exile from South Africa. Because that time, not and when they say after and my grandfather was a politician. Yeah, blacklisted because my dad used to drive my grandfather. Of course, I name and my papa driving in the day. So he had come to Liberia on exile. He had actually come with his wife, and then they broke up there. So he was miserable, and then he met this fine, beautiful Ghana woman.
Oh, you're just a Ghana woman, a man. I already go there.
Only the man I really go here. Interesting story.
Tell me.
Can't I say it? You Masakela.
Yeah.
You Masakela na.
You about trumpet.
I don't know. And no, called Jim Papa Iriu. I am. I'm obey now. Oh yeah.
And then Papa broke in.
Oh no, he was very like sad. And back then, them say na esifoni no more Liberian. They used to hang together. And Timara Makiba, Hugh Masekela, my father, and back then they were all doctors. And I just say, funny story. So that's how my mom and my dad met. Parents edition. Yeah.
No, there's a answer be Jew be boy and be Jew be girl. Now somebody is not playing his or her role well.
Yeah, in
general.
Okay, in general. Sure. Oh yeah, definitely. I always say so be better me a Jew free or be why. That means you were never the person's in the first place. Like you never had the person's heart.
Yeah.
Say if we're in a relationship and someone can take you, that means I never had you in the first place. Yeah.
Yes, Mazo, you always know your next boyfriend.
Sir.
Some proposals be very good to do the overjudge.
Oh right, obviously, yeah. Nah, that's actually true.
Yeah.
I say, you already know, like you've pictured it too.
So let's know. Because then you have about 4 or 5 people hitting on you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in a relationship.
Yeah.
So as you are quitting, definitely you know.
Now I dream see baby so say
okay, I'll call you cry.
Yeah, it could be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But Masmo bro.
Emma.
Because on say 4 people are hitting on you. Let's say all the 4 are presentable.
Yeah.
Physically. The 4 of them casual Muslim. Not the same, but at least Omunya Robbie shoulders. The 4 of them, you don't know their characters.
Yeah.
How do you select?
You would have to actually spend time with the person. But I think they're mostly no. Nipa ne character it shows signs through a more text here. You can tell.
The conversations.
Yeah. Ni responses be say your kasa. Obi ohonima you can tell from jam say bia nim kasa.
Right.
From how ebi obe kan sim be. You're like it will throw you back, but mostly we see the signs but we ignore it because ebi you like the person or you think say you could have a future with such and such person. Yeah.
If you so fake till they get you.
Sad they very dangerous.
I have a friend who got into this relationship with a celebrity.
Okay.
Oba into a guy celebrity. And the guy was so nice, so
from
sweet.
Beginning.
I don't worry. The next day also two like, hey, now you belong to me.
Wow.
Ebro.
Ubwa.
Hey. Ayo. So for how many engineers have you worked with?
Oh, quite a lot. Willis Beats, Ephraim, Richie Mensa, Gafachi, Kill Beats. What's the guy's name? Breezy, MOG, Jesse.
So far, when I call in chair, I'm feeling cool. When I'm vibing well.
Actually,
just work.
I enjoyed the time with Kill Beats.
Okay.
Sorry, I also always enjoy working with Richie Mensa.
Okay.
I mean, Kitty's done beats for me before. And then oftentimes people send the beats too. But like in Kofa, I mean, you must spending time with studio.
Okay.
Richie Mensa.
Right.
Kill Beats.
Right.
Breezy, working with Breezy was also fun. Ephraim is always like his family. Yeah.
And all your songs, how many of them have you written by yourself?
Recently, and I'm starting into.
The first one, the church one.
Oh, first, now we need like artists.
A joint.
Yeah, joint. You know, artists. But sometimes I'll be to say Kamami, you didn't say he wrote "Killing Me Softly" for me.
Okay.
It's not watch on you know that. So there are times when maybe I watch on you know that. Now I send they say, I've got a song for you. Check it out. And then there are times when we go into the studio and we do it together. So yeah.
You request for it or much of the show?
Sometimes we request "Killing Me Softly" like this. Eugene told me he had a song for me, and then he gave it to me
for free. So do you guys, when it comes to split sheet or whatever, they take their share?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah, definitely.
I see. Obi trauma na dey watch then I told you.
Then
Yeah, now you're cool when you are singing.
Either way, either ways, I'm cool because I feel say after the song has been written, now I need to embody the song.
Okay.
To mean I'm mature you, or being mature you.
Put yourself in there.
You need to put yourself in there so that can't wait now for say what you're saying, the words are true, so they can connect to it. You know, and found who wrote it. Once it's done, now I need to do my part, which is embody the song and make you believe it when you hear it.
So how do you deal with social media shit, trolls and
I just ignore it.
But you're human.
Oh yeah, as in ebeba.
Yeah.
But say I'm acting on it, no. How do I take it? No question. Yeah. Most of the time, when I see it, the first thing I'll do is send it to the group. We have a group for the team.
Management, okay.
Or send it to my manager and say, what's going on? Like, what's this? And then he'll be like, yeah, the person, just wants a reaction out of you and to let it go or something. Or sometimes we'll talk about it, like, why are they going there? So now what do we do? Because the agenda, no, it's got a ripple effect.
Yeah.
So other bloggers are far, like they're running it in the media. It's like people are asking you, like there was a particular thing that someone put out there say I was pregnant after a performance that I did.
Okay.
And the outfit that I wore didn't flatter my body.
Okay.
So now I said I had a bulge. So they're like, Adina has been revealed to be pregnant. I said, no, can't send it to so nim. Meanwhile, that wasn't what it was. And I was bothered about it because me or per se like everybody shaming and I say like it's not pleasant. So it worried me. So I was talking to my team about it because now I say come on, send me family forward texting me. People my friends are saying what are they saying? Like, yeah. So that was a bit of a problem for me, especially because now my surgery for fibroids. Now my about how having the fibroids made my stomach look the way
was the comment before or after?
It was after, because surgery, yeah.
Okay, that's
the bulge is still there until say where he totally now but from I was already in that state where I'm like, okay, I had a positive mindset to life. Say, okay. I'm ready to work, but obviously the bulge was still there. Yeah. So it got to me a bit.
So do you go through some therapy
Oh no. I mean, we need. I feel like everybody needs therapy, but it's not really a culture here.
Yeah.
I say, it's easy to just go to. But I had like even finding a therapist. I mean, it's a bit, So yeah, I didn't go through therapy. I don't go through therapy when these things happen. I just deal with it myself, But it was deep, but it wasn't that deep to the point where I needed therapy. Nah, it wasn't.
So that brings us to, I think, a year or two. Is it foundation? Foundation there?
Yes. It was about the fibroid.
Fibroid, okay.
Yeah, I think 2 years ago, 2021.
Why people find it difficult to express it or they don't see it until you go for a test? Signs of fibroid.
Oh, right. I think you need confirmation once you go into you need to go to the hospital to actually confirm, because different things can give you those kind of symptoms.
Symptoms like menstrual cycle effect.
Yeah, when you're in a period and you bleed too much, thick pads during the time of the month. They need to change regularly. When is the time of the month? Okay. They need serious pain meds to be able to go through the whole entire cycle. That's a red flag. Definitely you need to go and check. Over a period of time. Or exercise, or or anything in the morning, but because you have fibroids and they don't know, and you wouldn't know until you go to the hospital to actually get confirmation.
We also knew how it looks like, but grown tissues be in the womb, right?
Yeah, ebimu to me grow in the womb, ebimu to me grow outside the womb, but it's around like your pelvic area. Right. So my own, it was. Yeah. It grows over time depending on and it feeds on your blood.
Yeah.
It will be some people die
dry.
Yeah, some people just like then they find out say na blood form. Yeah, short because the fibrosis is feeding on the blood.
So a chumuja. Like tick.
Yes. It was very dangerous. People just randomly die. They don't know what the issue was.
It's not some of them, they just even take out your womb.
Yes. But that is a very extreme case. I think I've read about it and I realized that back then some doctors didn't know how to deal with the fibroid situation. They didn't have a lot of info. Until Obana will complain of these things, and then they'll suggest to you, say, just take out your womb. But that's not. It shouldn't be the first. It shouldn't be your first option.
Okay.
So say as a medicine, people have more intel on the whole thing. I say they don't resort to that, but that was what people used to do back in the day. Even at Broches to say they do that, but it's not the best.
Yeah, being the causes are a human thing.
A genetic.
Okay.
Into a family more period, but they don't know science for what actually causes fibroids. But it happens to a lot of black women. Most black women have it. Is
that a diet?
Minimal. So we don't know.
Yeah.
So for me like this, after my surgery, I decided to send me beef biome.
Okay.
Well, but that was because I went to look at my fibroids.
Yes.
The ones they took out.
Yeah.
And it looks just like.
I said different hour,
I'm 2 pounds. Makoto market. I was like, nah, I don't think I can. Yeah. And I know Mocha say red meat to contribute, so I'm like,
stay out of it.
Yeah, just to be safe. I don't know if I'll ever chew beef again, but since 2021, I haven't.
Everyone, we're discussing how artists can make money.
Yeah.
So anytime I sit down with artists, especially the old ones, 50, 60 years, are a BR type, kind of. Unfortunately, for us, a certain age, you feel Daniel to it.
Yeah.
But these foreign artists, they are performing.
Yeah.
They are working. Royalties are a problem. What comes, Ominias come and find your share. I went into different businesses. But talking to some of our people, when they enter into other businesses, it becomes a problem because you don't get time to monitor your business because of workers' attitude. You're into fashion.
Yeah.
I did about things, okay, let me have my own clothing lines or go into stuff.
So my mom, it really came from my mom.
Okay.
Because growing up, she used to sew, and that's how she took care of the family.
Right.
And her doing that kind of put me into the fashion limelight because, I mean, you grow up in her shop, you see her catalogs are styles, womo, like, so I feel like indirectly I was indoctrinated. What I say? Into I was indoctrinated into fashion because you grow up in the shop, you see how she takes measurements, you see how she puts things together, the outcome. So I fell in love with fashion at a very young age. And see, generally now me will be a style a woman is so because yeah.
You can be a seamstress, artisan or whatever.
Yeah.
So artisan on this one,
yes. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it was only making a power, but only taste, only art,
yeah. And see, from a very early age, and I realized it's a sad woman. So I used to even, draw styles. I'm catching mama, let's do it like this. Like I was that kid. Yeah. Even though I was also like very musical, no. Now music free the next thing I'm managing fashion. And when I was growing up, I always said, "Say me, my major man, I want to add my voice to it. Now, my man, I bigger.
Okay.
Now you set up company. Now you different things. Tawuli, na me pambi. Yeah, I did at a very young age.
Right.
So growing up, realizing say, major man, I'm in the crown. I still need fashion because obviously a Shentareko a year, and I always wanted a way to show the African print, like to make the African print look nice. Because me growing up, Obi Pam African print BBA, not just all they quite sorry.
Kind of.
Yeah, and see a branded African print as
local.
I already. So I always wanted to find interesting ways to combine the prints with something to make it interesting to young people. Okay. Like me, my man is stylish, so that because yeah, that was always my thing. So when I had the opportunity to start the business, I was like, let's go, let's do it.
So which year now call commercial?
Like I said, I've had it bubbling under for almost a 6 years simple. Okay. Like the year Too Late came out, I think that was the year that I started sewing myself, like my far machine. Fan to mommy and my trap na pam. That was like 2016. Tina me shows near the entire me sheko shows me and me pam and I said me and me designing mama will be a pama me to go and do the shows. So it was been on and off since 2016. This year and I'm saying I'm gonna set it up properly. Get a showroom, get a workshop, bring workers in and all that. Yeah.
Let's me Mr. Tijao.
Oza, upamadi.
For 1 year and pampe. The whole of 96.
Wow.
And also the uncle goes near you.
Sir.
Hey.
And I were jay.
Then you call it. My father is into it.
Oh, okay.
So the whole of 96, Michelle Suya in Pa Manuel Manko.
Wow.
Gonna Obama me team my Pomadia.
Yeah.
They be only managing problems.
I think.
Set we talk on some bomb about soon in go.
Yeah.
Pam say where you man about chat them just quick. Name man be we.
Oh, sir. Now, but remember mo pama de mo ya the power. Especially in
one day I'll
go back into it.
Because my father is into it and
okay.
You might be prayer once in the pie.
Yeah.
Calling over. Taste no.
Yeah.
So dealing with workers, let's advise people, Ghanaians, because as you are saying it, you're into fashion, a bedroom baby, touch you. Now, yes, I know could be some so.
Yeah, I'm pengu.
Forgetting say, a workers' attitude that many people will give up.
Oh, yeah. because they're frustrating.
More than own.
Oh yeah, I mean, you have your dream. What's the TBB app? Let's not even play. You, the person that's setting it up, the amount of money you need to invest for the thing to be at a certain level. Now wako frere akwabrane say bra na babuana adwumane yeden NCP. Na nipa no ye de ope.
Yes.
And that the whole attitude of it's not mine, so why should I kill myself for it? Like you're getting paid for it at the end of the day. It's crazy.
And on my dream, I say, or buy a shop why you show me a nice car.
Yeah.
Or buy no be a few months. Me na madam. Forget to say maybe a bank facility now they started and you have to pay back. Maybe you could hustle, baby,
yeah.
But they come and they want to just be like you within a short time.
My question is this: fine, you want to be like me, okay? Will you be able to set up your own space? Apart from setting it up, there's a marketing tool.
Yeah.
There's a brand that I have built that I'm using to promote what I'm doing. Do you have that? And you want to go and do it? Let's go. Who they call me? What's I say? Of course they will, because other people too are waiting. Sometimes Obinu ya Juma Krana a plasma worker no.
Yes.
Because now everybody wants your worker.
Yeah.
Because Ebia they saw how successful you are. They don't know say Ebia who influence how they can't know and look near the
or the favor of God on you.
Do you understand? They don't know. In Ebia wako fano. Think you say give me the same thing you're giving to Adina.
Yes.
I hope now be difference.
I know more cause of one crowd.
Oh yeah. Hey, I said now can you say? Hey, I'm asking me. See, I can't. Nyanyam pon you.
Sir. Anya wo twese obadwuma
anopa na wo kwadwuma obedru no okọ wari aniyama na wapa na wakọ ofabiko ana odiki ato be bia ka che say mediki na to ha meko now your friend if you are able to reach them poor you are lucky. Ni phone nedum or they will cow okọ na they will den
workers
and
see and I'm boss on tua me kai meanwhile when you were coming they can set expectation you're saying maybe I can't X amount and the amount X amount you'll get your time they'll demand XY and XY no say yeah from our just leave they won't leave they will stay in and mess up the business.
Whatever when I'm working with people I think about you. I put myself in your shoes. Say, you need to feed your family. You need this, you need that. And we will talk about it. When I'm negotiating with you, I'll make sure say you are okay with what you have or what you're taking at the end of the day. And you know this whole thing of piecework. Yeah. Piecework even motivates you, the worker, to do more because the more you do, the more money you make. Into say, mama, I'll say in your piecework. Not in a week, pam nyama 2. I am fault. There's been times when Obi Juma me who say this week Juma style nam the man stress into 1 year be ami the bia kan ho then yenye hama then yenye and so still nipa ni so be ball nipa be a cobra nipa no
ana dey ya kra say you want to so kra no say feel important
ono no be let it down
feel important.
So what do you even do? Nipa no, like what should you do? Because any good obey or bad. Why any good so beka? Into then na onye.
Mo mo poma de no so no. Minim say the tetemo a. Let me busa me menka ho. Oh, what mata na wie? Oh, my wie. Oh, imagine time oh be tu abeje.
Yeah. We do no onye.
Afro material.
Sa de enye.
No, some film no mtim ka se beje na na e den. I don't busa o mana.
Enye sa de no de enye. Especially bronya time. What do I like come na ka chen so ba beje 25th. Sa 25th na fe no be twa. Yeah.
Na batna ka betre.
Yeah.
Say ya we see batna ma de akọ. You say me material ka akọ bi wo. Kwada so ye kuma se kwada so me o tere bi aka ho me adame ko ho no
ntini panjama o tie kra o ha ma
say me refi ni obi na introduce me na dey na efe no odi kan the first material second material ko
o so for all the chuchon
na di ko ka ho a obesu na be sa kwa no adame duro the shop metum.
Oh god.
Oh, it's sad. No, I know in a republic
Thembi Republic.
Come again?
Thembi Republic.
Okay, Thembi Republic.
Yeah.
or level BBI in it. Location. Oyarefa, right?
Yes, Oyarefa.
Yeah.
There was showroom or honum. But yeah, deliveries. So obviously, Oyarefa need Kumasi.
Oh, send you by air. Between the amount. Yeah, personal office, VIP.
Yeah.
It's in a contact number be with me
02
and your personal number.
My dream number.
No number fatu na obi person ujujini stala.
0265
Yep.
885 364. Yeah.
Okay, women in entertainment. The challenges only management and anti pa.
Oh yeah.
Bra Kamami fachi.
Yeah.
And a brass snake.
Snake.
I don't know how they do it. They've been friends for how many years?
Over 20 years.
20 nekeke.
Hey. My ancestors
30
over 20 same, bro.
Over 30 years, right? More than 30, 40 because
hey.
Mental around. Adibro.
I'm on way this 16 today I'm looking.
Kwame. What do you 82?
82 is wild.
Yeah, because now they've done well.
Yes.
Because so far and somebody Bonibia, Bibia did the challenges as a female artist. It be a day. I maybe will give up because we've seen a couple of female artists out of my gym.
Yeah.
Like, enough is enough. Apart from marriage and, giving birth. So, no one can say there be struggling.
Challenges as a female artist.
Yes. Because that's what a man can do, woman can do. And even do it better after Beijing conference. And I'm not revising notes.
Honestly, I feel you can do whatever you set your mind to. Like, there's no you must say be a show women to me kobo. You can, challenges it depending on what you go through. I feel like it takes more energy and effort to manage or to be a female artist, because even from like how much money you need to spend on getting ready, the clothes, the makeup, the hair. Obama be pay white shirts and jeans be or corny baby, so generally those things, and then what it means to be a woman, so I feel like it's more efforts to manage or deal with a female artist. Apart from that, I feel like everything else should be okay if you have the right backing, if you have the right team. Say now can me team for no more holding me down.
Solid.
Yeah, if I didn't have this kind of team, I probably would be facing a lot of challenges out there. So no matter what you do, you need a solid team to back you.
Those who know the business.
Exactly.
They have connections.
They are gatekeepers. What I say. Yeah. and you management academy. Oh no. Yeah, so
Ghana music industry.
You need the right team.
I know they own.
You need the right team.
The money man it was.
Town. Then come in man.
And then Friday. Friday we am some two bomb kakra. Because of royalties name login name because most of them aged musicians, entertainers. Actors or you move in Liberia. That's it.
Yeah.
Fans say or movie bear 10. That's it. There's no royalties for them. I think your judges can be more, but nothing.
Really?
But yeah, but or movie in Liberia or the TV stations there that one or turn right for maybe 5 years. You can show it on your network. You don't get anything out of it. Until
after 5 years, then they have the opportunity to sell it to another
network.
Maybe a movie network.
Movie trim.
No, as in maybe a vibe na a movie ne hunak of down. Value of it no.
TNT you can TV network never TNT. The movie go
Anyways, if it's good, it's good. So
telenovelas, actually old. 80s, 70s, but TV so.
Yeah, true.
The producers are still making money out of the movies.
Yeah.
Actors in the film. Do a jiding obi say movie or movie say to now
so that's how it works outside as well. And as a Ghana,
I think they get royalties from the movies. Yeah. There's Washington and Co. I'm sure say the movies
every time they show it somewhere else, they get something.
They'll take something.
then that's something we need to look
at. And how you act as our
aye.
What jidin for tifina come deal. What it even near you movie be out trying to 92.
Brow brace with plans and wucha.
Because get him on what it all just BB Keke was son.
Yeah.
Oh, our leaders. You see, I'm for a war on turning them. I mean, who didn't tell someone I could know the other day? Where did you meet Kwame?
Where? Kwame, where?
Was it Stars of the Future or?
It was Stars of the Future.
Was after or
it was
before?
The night before my finals. Stars of the Future. The organizers did some kind of party before the final day.
Okay.
And obviously they invited media people. So they'll say, oh, hey, meet this person, meet this person. So I met Kwame there with the whole peer pressure crew. And so it was just a introduction. Obviously I knew him from TV. I knew he was into the media, so it was just an introduction. And then fast forward to after Stars of the Future, like maybe 4 years later or something, because I went to university after Stars of the Future. Into my final year, I was with J So then, but I think I was thinking of leaving. So then we met again, and he was like, oh, how's the music going? Because even my old management used to give him my songs to play on Atlantis. So he's like, oh, how's it going with the music? I'm said there.
J So the musician.
Yeah, J So the musician. He had a label called Skillions Records. And so I was part of Skillions then. So I was with EKB, Kiki Banson. Then I went to Skillions. So Kiki na no de menyuma Kwame.
Kiki way.
Kiki Banson. Minim.
And what you mean as well after Becca?
Yeah. So around the time that he was managing Becca, I was on the label as well. Yeah. So that was when he used to give my songs to Kwame. So I think we met then. Yeah. And then after I went to EKB Records. Now there were so many people on the label. I felt like I wasn't really getting what I wanted. And so now I was thinking of where to go next. Then that was when Kwame also, reconnected with me. He's like, so how's the music going? I was like, well, right now I'm trying to leave where I am. I'm trying to figure things out. He was like, okay, we can work on the project and see how it goes. In Tehon and Yemen starts here.
Yeah, production. Yeah, Kaka will be.
Who? GH Brothers, J Gatti. So he was working with J Gatti. He was managing.
What is he?
So he was working. Yeah, he was actually working with J Gatti. He was working with other artists too, but J Gatti was like one of his major projects. So when we met, he was like, okay, so he has contacts with these people. We can go into the studio and do something and see how far. And J Gatti mo issues no. So that label, he was trying to put me on that label, connect me so that I'll be working with them. And I'm saying, label no, but funny I didn't follow through. It didn't work out. And so now he was like, oh, me and my mama of him say, you can come here no. So say no, I say until the studio near So we went to. He connected me with the songwriter Chase. Chase. Yeah. Lonely, I get lonely. So he wrote my first single under the management for me. Then we went to Richie, we recorded more songs, and it was like after the first song it did so well. There was such great reviews on the media. He was like, maybe we can be working together. So that's how working with Kwame actually started. Because now as a Wakoji contract, I'm a contract 9 years. So he felt like, okay, I'm his responsibility now. Let's try and make this thing work. Yeah, and the reviews were good. It's like it was one good song after the other.
From the beginning, it wasn't like
how well it can go.
Testing waters.
Exactly, and it was
NFI.
Yeah, NFI. FI no see Yeah.
Now, later me tell links as nothing so
also free. Yeah.
And also one the car say ko.
Into say links no I mentioned say na. Yeah, Kwame took me to Richie, but I already knew Richie. I had collaborations from Stars of the Future. And, when Kwame was like, let's go and be recording. That was like our go-to studio. Most of the time, we're recording you my honey. So we already had that relationship. We did a lot of work together. My first album, we recorded the entire thing in the studio with Richie. And it was, now I say, I get so well together. as in we've done so well with the Kwame management, we felt like, okay, let's try and take things to the next level.
Okay.
And the conversation between Kwame and Richie happened where Richie's like, you know what, we have an opportunity to add more to the brand. Okay. So let's merge into, it's really a merger.
Okay.
Like an official merger.
Collabo.
What I say, that's what it is. The links
so the same kind of
I said yeah, co-studio, Juma we always, work together. So it was now it's like Enfa Pen and Honi and Kase officially we are working together.
So now I want to know the difference between us in the role of Links and the role of Kwame and Co.
Okay, so Kwame Mo management team.
Kwame and
company.
Kwame and also be a Jumebia. Fachi and Sons. Kwame and Sons company.
Oh, Native Tongues in New African Movement. I saw you saying
the breakdown on the Links row and Kwame and Sons row.
Okay. So Kwame has a management team called New African Movement.
Yes.
Also known as Native Tongues.
Yes.
As I say. And Tomono, they are my management team. Tomono mo managing me everything. And a Links for me label.
Almost your ding.
They play label. Oh, you man is someone on me label.
Okay, so let's say Kwame a day-to-day.
What I say, everything. So person booking me for sure. I'll be from management.
Maybe a Links is why plugins now, mama. Kind of right.
And I come over chichi mu my.
The Kwame no may you see later.
Okay.
Come back HammerTime.
Okay.
Because request go on a coffee. Actually, I beg you. Let's talk about artist management. Let's talk about Ghana music industry.
Yeah.
Let's talk about radio. Let's talk about life. Because Chuck, boys to them to all. Jai. Was a very boy leading Komobi.
Yeah.
Baby Atitiagu.
Yeah.
So which Diana say there's something that they are doing that is right. That's why you are still relevant. Let's talk about shows.
Yeah.
What do you look at your management when somebody is calling for bookings? Is it about money? Is it about location? Is it about the organizer himself?
Interesting. I mean, sure, the issue. Like, obviously, your friend will be it's an opportunity for me to work. It's an opportunity for me to vibe with my fans and people. So I'm always open to connecting with people. Like, that's not a problem. But we also need to look at the kind of audience, the kind of show, the kind of organization. Because I will say, if everything is put together well, it makes me look good.
Okay.
If there are problems with the setup or the organization, it makes the artist look bad, but no one will know, say, organization, artists need looking bad on stage. They'll think, say, I don't know, artists will watch chance. So
then you're the
fault. So when we are considering everything else, we insist, say, make sure this is like there, make sure this is there, just so that we will both look good. If I do well on the stage and I look good, your event also looks successful, and you always get the opportunity to do, like, organize more. Those are some of the things that we look at.
Has there been any proposal be our management? I don't feel like going. I beg, let's cancel it. Yeah,
because from beginning, and I air cut towards the show, no realize these people don't have their stuff together right.
Okay.
Brand, no.
Okay.
So let's just cancel it because it's not looking like this show will serve us.
Okay.
Because we're performing, but it also needs to serve the artists and serve you guys. So if you listen, you need mutual benefits.
Out of 10 of your shows, your playlist, out of 10, how many have you changed your playlist when you get on stage, or before you get on stage?
Right before, and I say
before you get on stage, also before you go, you know your playlist.
Yes.
While your hair's out.
Yeah.
Out of 10, before you mounted the stage, you change your playlist.
Out of 10 shows?
Yes. You change your playlist, and why?
Sometimes maybe right before you go on the maybe you see the audience, the kind of people that are there, and you're like, at least with them, wow, it's not gonna like
gel.
Yeah, it's not gonna work so quickly. No, your templates, your list. I to hold that.
Okay, but 2, 3.
Yeah,
okay,
varying ones. And sometimes you do stages to me DJ and because you listen more. So whilst I'm performing, he's changing
quickly,
it.
Okay,
he's changing it. So there are some things I used to do where I'm shocked because I know that after this song I can play this song. Nah, fear you for. DJ Chihuahua. My head actually. And also you say, I'm like, okay, let's go. You know.
If you are coming after an artist who has really performed well,
yeah,
and the crowd you're sweating,
yeah.
Now,
yeah,
I'm sure
it's a lot of pressure to match up, but it's also good because they're already hyped. Into the baby adds to it.
So they are in the mood.
They are already in the mood because it's really tough to perform to a crowd that. Who now first person. It's like you need to now wake them up. Sometimes everyone say it's the other way around.
Okay.
I've gone to go and perform. When I went, they weren't hyper. By the time I'm leaving, they are hyper. It's a good thing for the next performer because you've already done the work for the next artist. So it's up to you to now maintain that energy. Will it
be right? Like National Theatre setup,
yeah.
Now we perform no bit different. So just how two no for me. I'm taking phone seat now.
VIP
for us. I'll perform no more coming out to some shit. Will it be right to tell them to go home?
Oh, there, yeah. Go home, say.
So what? Who's all come prepare them?
I mean, that's what you are thinking, but you'll never. Oh, of course. Sometimes I feel like a culture.
It's annoying.
A culture.
Phone seat on clap it.
Me today swan ni 3 months. Sa awesome in their heads, and they will see you after the show or see you somewhere else and say, I was at this event, I saw you, I was sitting right in the front, I really enjoyed it, but you didn't look like you enjoyed it.
What motivating now?
You know what I mean? They before they say, well, starting will be quite on the phone, so they all can
until case.
But they will still talk about you. To their friends say, oh, I saw Adina, she was so good. But they end up making us a culture, the way we are as a people. Ghana, for like when you're rich and you've dressed up, you feel like maybe I'm a TV supposed to say then or we are more concerned about we are more concerned about what we look to someone else than any Jena, yeah.
No, but saying mama for some diasa. Me share more links up more because we share boys now ranting of the machina.
Yeah.
I want to my mom for the phone via markets. So how do you deal with those pressures in quote to
as
get it right?
Team, no?
Yes. Team and the artists now more label how are you coping with the pressure in quotes? Because with team no.
Yeah. I mean, I see me who say it is for my own good. Like they are looking out for me and me success. So if I need to do this to get it right, if I need to put in extra work, it's for my own good. Like I mean, my career at the end of the day, so much job. I say, and your man say, it may never affect me. So I take it in good faith because it's for my own good.
Has there been an incident to be only my real home I could die? All the time.
Oh, Jaisa, I don't know how snitches. Snitches get stitches.
How often of the young man already to me was I said very crazy.
Oh, very, very often. The piano, like they keep us on our toes all the time.
Who is always on your neck?
Mr. Swift too. Come fetch it. A word. I know how we cry. Messi, we have to go. We are on at this time.
On
that. Bessie Dada.
They're doing the right thing. I mean.
Oh yeah, they are. And see, that's what it is. Like, say in the end, it is for your own good, and see, you just you have
a permanent band.
I have bands that I've been working with from time to time.
Players, no?
And I'm making.
Okay.
I have different people because it's schedule so.
Okay.
Maybe this show I'm here in Nipawe, or am I busy for baby so. So I have Patch Bay. I work with Patch Bay sometimes. I work with characters sometimes. And yeah, high school band, so Dan Grau was actually there during Stars of the Future until like we go way back. He played during the whole show, and we still work together. So
let's remember free Stars of the Future as a winner.
Who?
Because most of the time, those who emerge as winners for those reality shows and all that, winners don't to me excel.
Yeah.
As when you know that's it.
That's it.
We should not be third, and it will be a uniform area.
Industry anymore.
Yes.
One thing I learned from that was, it doesn't mean that you've made it. The only thing is that you got the opportunity to use that platform to like start off as a first starting business. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So you need to now crank up your style, like push it 360, because I feel that started.
So a pressure on its own.
Oh yeah.
To prove people right that you deserve that position.
Yes, exactly. Because I have a lot of people who were diehard fans of Maybe a girl know this second and who meets me in real life. They're like, I was really rooting for Anita, but I've seen that you really proved, you were worth it, So it's always, pressure.
Why did you do this song for your dad?
Daddy's Little Girl.
Yes.
Because it's my life. It's how I have seen life. Like I mentioned earlier, my mom raised us by herself.
Yeah.
And I always give her the props for doing such an amazing job. But every once in a while, we live in a world where people have moms and dads. Like you go to school, and every once in a while, no, they don't know my story. People don't know my story.
The Liberia story.
Real quick.
Because Papa no year, but my line.
Annie.
Anna, my mini bagan.
Yes. Okay, it's my main story. Yeah, woman. October, 3 months later.
October.
Yes.
Happy belated birthday to you.
That's it.
And the metal champagne amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was born, 3 months after the Liberian War, Civil War broke out.
Yeah.
Ain't imagine COVID time and not Kumasi phone to me back because almost a lockdown. That was how it was. And my dad was a doctor, so he was working in another Sabia Kumasi, Accra.
Okay.
And so when it happened, now it was difficult for us to like even visiting grandpa na edin ansa na mama be twa kwan aba be papa wo no na de wa fem
because we work also
what I say and even like muna mani say obi under from no mututuo it was really crazy. So what's it called, the president of the time, JJ, may his soul rest in peace, organized for Ecomog to come, like it was a ship that came for Ghanaians,
not refugees
so we had to flee to Ghana.
We are refugees out here.
We had to flee on the ship and come. So that time Papa swaka baby, like obviously we were in different
funny way.
So eventually now UN plane B I call South Africa.
Okay.
Not on like it just had one slot for him. Journalists for say you can come with us or you can stay and die. And then you're also join the call. So we lost touch.
Okay. And
that's how come me papa me mommy like we lost touch. And he died 5 years after. And back in the day then Obi number Obi to me, it wasn't like that. The number for Nebusia for it had been disconnected. So we just lost touch with the man. My mom had to raise us by herself, and I grew up without a father, not knowing what it's like to have a father. But imagine going to school, Obi Papa, my daddy this, like I had nothing. Because Uncle can't him. So this song is really me talking about like how my life was, how I wish Sabia. I've had a bad day. My buffy, your dad is asking you, how was your day? Then I can, tell him all these things. I never had that opportunity. And I actually got the inspiration from a dream where I did a competition, almost say, write a song in 5 minutes. And I decided to write a song called Daddy's Little Girl about my father. And when I woke up, who say I was crying because I cried on stage in my dream, and I woke up still. You know that kind of thing. I still emotional. I was so sad. So I wrote a few things down. To me, my very first album, I'm saying I need to put this story like in my album. So Richie helped me to write the song. I gave him the story and some of the words that I remembered, from the dream. And then he was like, okay, cool. So we put this together. And then we decided, so say South Africa for the whole a cappella thing going up, that whole feel. No?
Yeah.
I was like, I need that touch. So we did a song, and then we sent the vocals to a South African couple actually. We music, we a cappella because we had already done something with them. So we sent it to them. They recorded it and they brought it back, and then that's how that song came about.
Friday is Friday, and Friday starts the weekend. And whether you have a problem or you don't have a problem, you need to party.
Yep.
Party. And you mean, I say party.
Party.
You see, you swallow the tea.
Party.
Party. Who wrote the song?
Oh, a list of people.
Okay.
Me, DJ Shiwawa, Kazar. Yeah.
Still such a net saying.
Hey, no party.
No party, the party.
No party, because it was. This is actually the first single for my upcoming album. Until we what we do usually is blocking off time. Like I say, you go studio back to back, and just do music. The area I selected the best that will make it to the album. Right. So this was one of the songs, and that day I think party was the second song I heard true for the day.
Okay.
And we were already in the mood. We were already fired up. And shout outs to Two Kings, engineer Nano studio.
Okay.
He started playing the beats, and we're like, a vibe. So DJ Shiwawa started, and then the song became what it became. But it was such a fun time with everybody, because we were all at a point in our lives where we were like, Charlie, we are always stressing about bills. We are always stressing about what we need to do in life, and like we're always working so hard and forgetting that we need to live. Have like take time off and just have a good time. That was the energy, and we were just happy. Yeah.
Kwame Adinkra. Ojanda. Also chiao. Ose akoko. Akoko mpo chele.
Akoko ko ni si very no e bro nya bre no.
Chele.
Onu ka chele na o.
Ose ejapade a wo penyina. Sika wo penyina. Ka wo to nyina.
Yeah.
Asanto a ambulance edu betum.
Of course. And your orange near you, but
baby,
we have plans to do more. I think we have a plan to do a show in Kumasi.
Okay.
Like an Adina concert type situation, because MC, we've not really done something like that before. So it's high time. So that's LCABB. We're planning. I say. So I look at planning committee.
Your life now so be a Christmas.
I know.
Christmas set up.
I know.
I do want to go more time. I'm so afraid I must say, Mokaya home, education, come on. 5 minutes now, you just have a party view. Na ansana, yeah, sorry, so. Bako Abakai so piano because Adina. Once the girls to me pee.
Yeah.
Boys to me pee.
Yeah.
Now the he could as a girls ne pee now. Munkwa shakonabina kukuru kompeso biare umbesa. I don't know what I say. Where are the kind?
I'm peso biare umbesa.
Also, mu call girls. Say better be persuaded bako sana say more promono.
Yeah. I say you won't see ba.
Where are madam for video call club da. O question the bako kosana bako so say. Na wo be dey wa.
O ba be.
If I was you dey be. HammerTime and uti no yembre no aso. Thanks so much for joining us.